For years, my mind just wouldn't stop thinking, even when nothing was wrong. My brain kept running through every possible scenario. If you deal with anxiety or overthinking, you probably know exactly what that feels like. Today, I want to share something simple that actually helped me calm my mind. I think I really started to understand my anxiety when I was around 24. But honestly, the feeling had probably been there much longer. I just didn't have a name for it. I noticed that I was taking things much more to heart than other people. I was constantly thinking, analyzing situations, worrying about the future. Sometimes I looked at other people and wondered how they lived so calmly. They seemed to sleep well. They didn't seem stuck in their thoughts. Meanwhile, my mind felt like it was making life-changing decisions every minute, and that feeling can be exhausting. The hardest part wasn't the situations. It was the thoughts. My mind just wouldn't stop. You lie in bed at night and the thoughts keep going. You start asking yourself questions. Am I wasting my life? Do I even have a real talent? Am I falling behind everyone else? And the more you think, the heavier everything starts to feel. Your body's tired, but your mind keeps running. Another thing I realized over time is that we carry many quiet worries in the background of our mind. Small fears, doubts, unfinished thoughts. Most of the time, we don't even notice them. But they are there, and they quietly drain our energy. They confuse us. They make it harder to focus on what really matters. Sometimes anxiety isn't one big fear. It's many small thoughts running silently in the background of our mind. One thing that helped me a lot was writing my thoughts down. At first, it sounded almost too simple, just writing. But I realized something important. When thoughts stay only inside your head, they start growing. They become louder, more confusing, sometimes even scarier. Your mind keeps replaying the same thoughts again and again, and it feels like you can't escape them. So I started doing something very simple. I would sit down somewhere quiet, take a pen and a few sheets of paper, and then I would write everything that was in my mind, every fear, every worry, every strange thought, even the thoughts that felt embarrassing or uncomfortable. Grammar didn't matter, structure didn't matter. I just let the thoughts come out. Sometimes it filled 3 or 4 pages, sometimes even more. It felt like unpacking a heavy bag that I had been carrying inside my mind for a long time. And something interesting started to happen. When thoughts move from your head onto paper, they lose some of their power. They stop spinning in circles. Instead, you can actually see them. You can read them. And suddenly, you start asking yourself honest questions. What exactly am I afraid of? Why am I afraid of it? Is this fear realistic, or is my mind creating a story? Sometimes the answers feel surprising, sometimes even a little funny. You read your own thoughts and realize that some fears are not as big as they felt inside your head. This doesn't magically fix everything, but it creates something very important. Space. Space in your mind, clarity. And sometimes that clarity is exactly what we need to start moving forward. This method doesn't magically solve everything. It doesn't remove anxiety completely, and is definitely not some exclusive secret. It's simply a tool. Just one of the tools that can help you deal with anxious thoughts. Over time, I realized something important. When you understand what's happening inside your mind, you are already stronger than your fears. Because awareness is a kind of protection. When you see your thoughts clearly, they stop controlling you as much. I'm not a psychologist. I'm just someone who struggles with anxiety too. On this channel, I'll only share things that genuinely helped me. No complicated theories, just real experiences. If that sounds helpful to you, feel free to subscribe.